Hey, y'all. I know I'm a little early, but I want to see the lighting to make sure it's decent. So as you're waiting, go ahead and say hello so that I know that you are here, so I can see that comments are on here. All right, and y'all gonna see this shake just a little bit, And y'all might hear the chair creaking a little bit. All right. I think that should be all right. All right, so I know everybody has like 3 minutes, so I'm not gonna start early or anything like that. But like I said, I just wanted to start with y'all. Let me know if lighting is okay on your side. Hey, Tammy. In the event that this cuts off or anything like that and I have to restart it, the link will be found in the Facebook group. And if you are not on Facebook, I would put a new link if I had to start it over. But we're going to hope for the best that we don't have to start over or anything like that. So just let me know that you can see everything all right. Because a lot of times on my end, I'll see it circulating, but that's not what y'all see on your end. So I just want to make sure y'all can see everything. All right. I'm going to come out of this and come back in. And as you are preparing, make sure you have your notes together or your notebook, piece of paper, whatever you think you're going to write on. Whatever you think you're going to write on, because I got a little notebook. Y'all should be able to see right now. We got a notebook of everything we are going to cover. And of course, if you don't catch everything right now, you need to come back. The link will be valid for the 7 days, so you'll be able to catch all of that, okay? All right, and let me go to the videos. Hey, everybody that's coming in. And we're right here. Click on this. And let me make sure my stuff comes back up. All right, hey y'all. What you may have to do if it's buffering, go out and come back in. And then it should be all right. I literally just had to do the same thing on my computer. So that's that. So again, if at all I have to cut this off and come back in, I'll post the link or just literally come out and then go back in. And hopefully we should be fine. But since it's 8 o'clock, let's go ahead and get rocking. Hey, everybody, I am Renee. Thank you all so much for taking part in the 7-day boot camp. I'm super excited. I hope you all are too. And we're going to have fun. So I don't want y'all to feel like, oh my God, this is about to be a humdrum. Lord, we got to write this and that. If you have already been in the Facebook group, then you have kind of seen some of my journal prompts that I wrote as a child. So you could probably slightly pick up on my little personality, all right? So right here, y'all, I literally planned this on out, okay? So this is what we are going to cover. And I'm not going to keep y'all all night because I know y'all got stuff to do. Monday is tomorrow, and I want y'all to be well rested for the next day. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the intro. What is Journal Jot and Jive? Journal Jot and Jive is a company I created in 2015, and it actually derived from literally, y'all, I was asleep. The name came in my head. I decided to write it down on a piece of paper. I had no clue what it meant, but after a lot of different things happened in my life, I revisited that name, and I was like, I just want to write. I want to journal. And then I had a lady that reached out to me and was like, because I had started posting the pictures on social media, just like different spreads and stuff. And she was like, can you teach a journal class? And I was like, what? So literally, I taught my first journal class, and it has been here ever since, okay? So in reference to who was behind the prompts, that is me. Y'all will actually see my face on Saturday. Most of you, if you're on Facebook, you can kind of see it from my little profile pic or whatever. But we will do a front-facing video on Saturday, and y'all will be I think y'all will be the first people to see me do a front-facing video on my YouTube channel ever. Okay? I don't usually do those. So you'll get to meet me then. But I'm Renee. I am 37. I have been using a journal for 30 years. Tonight, you will all get a little peek into some of those journals, and I'll show you how using a journal is fun, and you're going to learn how to write so many different things. As I am talking, you'll be able to take notes, and we will develop one page before we get off of here. Now, I have already started, so when I open it, y'all will be able to see, but by the time we all get off of here, everybody will write, I will journal about the great, the good, and the not so good, okay? So that's going to be our prompt that we do together, and that's going to motivate you to just get started day one, all right? So now, why am I hosting the 7-day boot camp? Let me go on and check this off as we going, y'all. I told y'all we're going to be rolling. Why am I hosting the 7-day boot camp? So I noticed that I post a lot on my Journal Jot and Jive Instagram, and I'll get traction, but I also realized that a lot of people don't know all sides of using a journal, and many people have been taught that you only write in your journal if it's a not so good moment, right? So most people will write if they're upset, they don't like somebody, they don't like their job, they don't like themselves, but they never show all aspects of utilizing a journal to show their whole life. And so after a while, being reminded on Facebook how reckless I was in social media, I just started paying attention to social media as a whole, and I saw a lot of hurt people, a lot of hurt women to be exact. And I just kept praying, like, what can I do to get people to write? What can I do? What can I do? And so I would release journal prompts. But y'all, I had to have a come to Jesus moment. It's like, girl, you want to sell journal prompts. And I know a lot of people was like, girl, I ain't paying her no $5, $10, $25 for journal prompts. What does her journal prompts look like? So I decided, let me do a 7-day boot camp so people can learn who Journal Jot and Jive, or what Journal Jot and Jive is about, who a Renee is, and then y'all can kind of see the way that I journal and how you can use some of those techniques as well, okay? So that is why the 7-day boot camp is here and how it came about. So I really appreciate all of you all that are interested in it, and I hope that you all are going to have a great time with it. Now, did everybody get their journal prompts? Did you like them? Do you have any questions? And if you do, go ahead and put them in the comment section, and I will review the comments when we get down to that section, okay? So now, how the boot camp works. Check. All right, so how the boot camp works. It's 7 days, and the goal is to get you to write 7 days consistently. Now, does that mean in life you're going to write 7 days straight? Absolutely not. That's not going to be everybody's story, and that's not the goal of writing 7 days straight. 7 days straight, I created different prompts so y'all could see different ways that you can journal, and that all journal moments are not Dear Diary moments. The purpose of the 7 days is not to get you in the routine of feeling like I have to write 7 days, okay? So that's why the journal prompts are structured differently, just so you can see, like, okay, maybe I'm just writing too surface. So typically when you find journal prompts on Pinterest, you'll find something that says, how was your day? Most people, when you ask, how was your day? Most women, to be exact, we're going to say fine. Usually when we say we're fine, we're not fine. So I started developing prompts with how was your day? If you say fine, what made your day fine? Or what in your day made you feel happy, sad, or mad? And then if you do that, I'll say, what role did you play in that emotion? What could you have done differently? So I teach women how to build upon a small question and break it out so that you can actually see what's going on in your life. All right, so that's that. Now let's talk about tips. So for 7 days, in order for you to be productive, you're going to want to do a couple of things. If you are a digital tracker as far as alarms, you're probably going to want to set your alarm for a particular time that you think you're going to write. So if you say, I know I'm going to get up early and I'm going to do my journal entry in the morning, then you're going to want to go ahead and write that journal entry in your not your computer, in your phone. You're going to want to go ahead and schedule the alarm and schedule it all the way across. One of the things that I use is Google Calendar. And when you go on Google Calendar, you know we already have a 7-day challenge. You can structure your alarm to go off at the same time and it will block it for the whole entire 7 days. So that's one way that you can track and make sure that you're going to do what you need to do. You can also use the Mary Jane approach and put it on sticky notes. If you need to stick it on your door when you're coming out your bedroom, on the bathroom mirror, on your steering wheel when you get in the car, whatever you need to do to get yourself to the point that you say, let me go ahead and do this journal prompt and stop talking myself out of it, by all means do that. Lastly, for my lovely, 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 lovely planner babes, and I know I got quite a few of y'all in here. I know some of you all in passing because you've been on my page before, and then I know some of the names from Instagram. So, to my lovely planners, you know, this great planner that we love to plan everything in life, and we say we track and we're going to do everything. We're going to go ahead and open this up. So if you have your planner near, and I'm pretty sure some of you do, we're going to go ahead and open our planners, and we're going to go ahead and mark that we need to journal. Now, if you haven't decided the time, that's perfectly fine. But what I would suggest is to find a color coding system, something that's going to focus on your self-care. Journal moments are a form of self-care. So you want something that's going to stick out that says, it's all about me. This is what I'm here for. So I'm going to use this little pink, okay? And then I'm going to go across because we're starting on Sunday. And I am just going to add a line. And I'm going to just go straight across. Well, not really straight across because I got some other stuff. But anyway, I'm going to put pink where we can see it, okay? Now, you can do a couple of things. You can either write journal each time to remind yourself to journal, or you can do a little key over to the side. And typically, I'll do something like that. And then I'm just going to put journal time. And so that's basically how you're going to remember I need to journal. So remember, we have 3 different ways that we can remind ourselves. We can set it in our calendars. Well, really 4. You can set your alarms on your phone. You can put it in Google Calendar or whatever calendar device that you use on your phones, computers, tablets. Hey, Keisha. Anything that you can do to track it digitally. You're going to say, I need a reminder to tell me to write. You can do the Mary Jane approach. Use your sticky notes, stick it wherever you know that you're going to see it. I mean, if you got to stick it inside of the refrigerator, by all means, y'all, we're going to open that door more than anything. So if you need to remind yourself that way, whatever you need to do, just say, girl, I need to journal for 7 days. I done took this vow that I'm going to do it. So I need to figure out how I'm going to keep up with it. Or you can use your planner, okay? So that's how we do that. All right. So let's get back to our little list. All right, so set alarm, schedule, and planner. Another thing that will help y'all for the next 7 days, the Facebook group is designed, y'all. So we said we're in boot camp. If you've ever been in boot camp, whether you have been in the military or you have done a fitness boot camps aren't meant to be comfortable, okay? So there are going to be days that you do not feel like doing it, or you're going to find every reason not to. And that's when you're going to lean on your journal sisters, okay? Everybody that signed up for the same reason. So if you need to go in the group and say, y'all, just post something just so I know it can get a notification on my phone. Post something in the group. Did you journal today? Whatever you need to do to keep the momentum up, that's fine. That's what the group is there for. Ideas that you may want to share, you can put it in the group. Just remember to remain respectful, and that's cool, okay? That's all we need. So that's what the group is for. So we are done with why boot camp. Don't overthink it. Just do it. I'll say just Nike. Just do it. And that's that, okay? Now, so we did the welcome, introduction, week overview, trust the process. Now, let's talk supplies, all right? So I asked y'all today in the group, like, what kind of journals you use. I did that intentionally. So when I add additional tips in the group throughout the week, I can kind of show y'all different stuff in different journals. Journal moments do not have to be in a specified journal, y'all. You can journal on a napkin. The whole point of using a journal is to get your thoughts out on paper. You don't even have to save every journal entry or journal moment. So there were a few people that said they have destroyed journals over time. I have done the same. There are some people that don't journal about everything, and that's fine, okay? So you can journal on a sheet of paper. Let's say you're at work and the day is just not going as you think it should go, but you kind of need to get your frustration out so you can kind of release the tension out of you. Write down what you have to write down, rip it up. That's still a journal moment, okay? So just know that journal moments are not one size fits all. So if you see stuff in the group, don't get overwhelmed like, I can't do that. Well, I don't know how to journal like that. Your journal is your journal. Some of us will show our journals, some of us will not, okay? And that's totally fine. Do y'all have any questions? Because I do move. And this, I think I mentioned that this was going to be a loaded video today because I want to get as much in before you start doing your journal prompts. So I'll wait for a second to see if anybody has any questions, any concerns. And I don't bite, y'all. So you can type in there. I'm not judgmental or anything. If you got a question, it's a question. Somebody else might have the same question that you have. Okay, cool. All right, so let's talk supplies. So we already talked about a journal is a journal. If you have a spiral notebook, you can journal in a spiral notebook. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all. Y'all know that the 2 posts that I put in the group, I'm going to show you what that was inside of. It was in a composition book. I think I had mentioned that in one of those posts, okay? All right, y'all. Get prepared to judge me just a little bit, okay? It's okay. Y'all gonna judge me a little bit because I just judged myself today. All right, so this was when I was in high school. And remember, I told y'all I have been journaling for 30 years. I'm 37, so it'd be 31 in October, all right? So this was in high school. This is a composition book. You can get a lot done in a composition book. So y'all, I'm gonna read what's on the front of this book, okay? So remember, I was about, what, 16, 17-ish or something like that? It says, Bones. That used to be my nickname. I was super skinny. And then on the front, it said, life's a struggle. Now, I'm trying to figure out what struggle I had in life, y'all, because I ain't had no struggle. But anyway, in my mind, there was a struggle. Then I said, just keeping it real. I don't know who I was keeping it real with, right? And then I said, straight about it. So I think at some point I wanted to be really hood. I don't know. And then I also did December 96 to 97. So yeah, we started this in 96 to 97, okay? So this is just a composition book, y'all, but it is full, like literally to the end. I would have to take this off screen because I don't know what's on each page. I just don't know what's on each page. But some of y'all saw, a matter of fact, let me show y'all what I posted on here because some of y'all weren't in the group then. Let's see. So y'all, this was the very first page. Y'all remember the very first page where I told y'all if you read the book, what did I tell y'all? If you didn't read the book, you would have been upset or offended, okay? So that was my entry to the world. If you open this up and you got mad, you shouldn't have been reading it. So that's how I kind of feel like, you know, in life. So don't be afraid to write how you feel in your journal. If you feel like you have to destroy your journal after a while, that is perfectly fine. And then I got down here and I told y'all where I was from. Oh yeah, I was 15, y'all. Where I was from, and I was still on Virgin Island. Why did I feel like I needed to tell the world or the journal that I was on Virgin Island? And nobody knows, okay? So this was that. So my composition book did me good, and this was a plain black. So I have always been into like colorful stuff, adding stuff, and I'm gonna show y'all some other journals. I literally, that stack that y'all saw in the picture in the group, these journals go back to 96. So the crazy thing, y'all, you know, life hands you different cards. So was this about 3 years ago, I lost my storage. I had boxes of journals. So if I see my story online, I'm gonna have to sue because somebody got my story. Somebody got a couple of my stories because I had several journals. Yes, y'all, I was on Virgin Island. Virgin Island. Why? All right. So we're going to get into some of my other journals, but let's talk about supplies really quick. The only supplies that you technically need, y'all, is really pen, pencil, paper. That could take you through the whole 7 days if that's what you wanted to do. But I did ask a couple of y'all, like, what did you want to learn? How did you want to expand your journaling experience? And a lot of people wanted to get creative with their journal moments. A lot of people wanted to be consistent with their journal moments. So I wanted to be able to show y'all different ways, right? How you can be creative, how you can be consistent, and some of the things that I use. Now, my top few things to use, y'all, is literally, of course, my journal, pens, pencils, highlighters. I love highlighters. Highlighters will take you a long way if you just kind of want to be a little fancy. Cardstock, die cuts, and I'm going to show you a couple of these things. Scrapbooking paper. So this is going to be like scrapbooking paper, and these are my scrapbooking paper pads. Now, disclaimer, I'm not telling y'all to go out to the store. The 7 days is not for y'all to go buy Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart, Target, Ross, TJ Maxx, because I know we go on all those outs. This is not the point of the 7 days. I'm just showing you some of the things that are used in my journal that you very well may have around your house, okay? So check your stuff that you have around the house. If you're a planner girl, you have it. So go ahead and pull some of your stickers out. All of that stuff that you use in your planner, y'all, can definitely be used in your journal, and I'll show y'all some of those things, all right? Stickers, die cuts. I know in the planner community, die cuts was super heavy 2 years ago. They're still out, but they're not as heavy as they were before, but they're very good in journals. So you can do a lot. So if you're like, I got a whole lot of die cuts, I'm just going to give them away. Don't give them away. Think about your journal. Just think about your journals, okay? Then we have stamps. I'm not a true stamper, but when I usually go live on here, Pine and Ginger motivates me to stamp. So I'm getting into stamping, and it's not that I don't have a lot of stamps. I have a lot. I just don't do it often, but that's actually really good in your journals as well. Paint, markers, and pictures. Somebody also made reference in the group to magazines. If you have old magazines around the house, y'all, that's going to come in handy with junk journal pages, okay? Junk journal pages are one of my favorite things to do, and it's basically random stuff on your page that comes together, and then you write a journal moment with it, all right? I ain't messing with you, Pine. Okay, so let's talk about what to write, okay? So with journal moments, we talked about it earlier that most people only want to write the not so good moments. So where I came up with the phrase journal the great, the good, and the not so good, it became a reminder to myself. So my father passed in 2009, and after that, like, it just was a train wreck for quite some time. And so for quite some time, I wouldn't write anything. And then when I started to write, everything started sounding like a broken record. And it wasn't that my life was a broken record. It was simply that I was only focusing on that one area, and I didn't allow myself grace enough to know that I had other things going well for me. So I had to figure out what we gonna do different, Adrian, because Adrian is my real name. So if you hear me refer to myself as Adrian or A Renee, it's one and the same. But I was like, what we gonna do different? Because I'm reading the same thing over. And then I'm like, girl, you sound so dumb. You just sounded like a broken record. And I know it was a part of the healing process that had to occur, but it was draining to look back in my journals. So I went on a quest to find different ways to journal. I went on, Pinterest. And y'all, I was trying everything. I was trying record journals. I was trying Bujo. I was trying painting, anything that I could do to kind of change up the flow of my journal. And I had to laugh because I started looking back at some of my old journals. The stuff that I was doing, I did before, but I had lost my way, okay? So with your journal, you're going to want to learn how to write the great, the good, and the not so good. And what happens with that is you can't go through life saying that you've never had a good moment, because that's not a true statement, right? So it allows your journal to read totally different than you're probably accustomed to. And then if you don't journal on the norm, it creates a foundation where you're already implementing something so that you don't get stuck in that old way that most people do. Okay, so let's look at where to write. Where, when I refer to where, we're talking about location. So of course, naturally, most people are going to write in the house, okay? It's cool. But journal moments can occur anywhere, like within reason, okay? I don't want you trying to journal and write, but you can actually verbally journal in a memo pad in your phone. If you needed to do that until you got home, then you can go ahead and do that. But what you want to do is find a location that you can kind of be comfortable in, you can relax, and you can write. One of my favorite things to do is light a candle. I just didn't light it today, but I like lighting a candle, a diffuser, tea, hot tea, coffee, or wine. I don't recommend drinking any spirits, any hard spirits, especially if you're really upset. You know, I'm not quite sure, because your journal entries can go real left, and you know, you got to come revisit that. Now, can't tell you what to do with your life, but I'm just suggesting a more mellow tone or upbeat tone, but not like a knuck if you buck boy type scenery. So just be mindful of how you have it. You know, the saying used to be, white makes you fight, brown makes you drown. So you just want to be a little careful with those, okay? So even with the wine, you know, wine can make you sleepy too. But yeah, y'all, no heavy spirits, especially if you mad. And I just need y'all to trust me on this, okay? I'm speaking from experience, all right? So I would just suggest, just not. You know, yeah, wine makes you fine, okay? But just the heavy spirits bring on heavy entries, and you might not want to go back to read some of those. So another thing is, again, get comfy. Some people will journal in the morning, some people will journal at night, and don't get under the assumption that the only time that you can journal is nighttime. That's taboo, right? You might have something great going on during the day and you have your journal. Why not write in it? Like, why do you have to wait till you get home? So you can write whenever. Yeah, you know, after you do your journal entry, by all means, Ellie, by all means, okay? So you want to find your location that you're going to get comfortable. If you know that every day I'm going to sit on this couch or this chaise lounge or in my bed and I'm going to write, and this is just my journal spot, this is my jam, or in the morning, this is my jam, by all means. But I do want to challenge you all to try to write somewhere different than at home. A journal entry can be, I like to people watch, right? A journal entry could be like how your visit at a restaurant was. And that's how you're going to learn how to do descriptive writing. I used to like creative writing in high school. So that's why my journal literally reads like a story. Like a lot of my entries, if you have ever had exposure to any of my entries, y'all, they literally read as if like a show is going to come on TV. When you write in your tone. Don't write like you're lying to yourself. And y'all gonna hear me say this a lot. If you lie to your pages, you will lie to anybody. At the end of the day, this dead plant can't tell anybody unless somebody opens up the journal. So if you're lying to your paper, and if you need to write this and put it in your journal as a quote, if you will lie to the pages, you're lying to yourself and you'll lie to anybody else. And the goal is to get whatever emotions that you are feeling out on paper without feeling bad about it. So you'll always hear me say, write unapologetically. Okay? So again, I'm going to say that one more time. If you will lie to the pages, you'll lie to yourself and anybody else. And that is not the goal of writing a journal entry. And that goes from embellishing moments that you feel like happened good, and then you're adding extra stuff in that didn't happen. Don't do that, y'all. Okay? You want to enjoy, and engage in your writing process. All right. So let's do this. Let's go. I'm going to ask you, do y'all have any questions? Please, 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 please don't sit on here and you have a question and not ask. Y'all have literally invested in yourselves. And I'm going to tell y'all this now, y'all. Like, this is actually a $25 value. I don't do this often. This will never, ever, ever, ever. And I say that with all certainty. I'll never do a $5 7-day session again. So I want y'all to gain all the knowledge that you can gain from me. Soak it all in so you can apply it. Just ask what you got to ask, okay? All right. So we're going to review the prompts. And I'm going to go ahead and show y'all what I started doing. Somebody in the group actually printed out the prompts as well, which was super dope. Because I mentioned to y'all, like, hey, consider printing them out. And she was already on it. Like, we were on the same page. She cut it down to size. You can do so many things. Yes, a journal entry can be one word, y'all. It definitely can be one word. So let's just say one of my one word entries when it's a not so good day is meh. M-E-H. M-E-H. I ain't writing nothing else. Now I might get real creative with it and color it and do bubble letters and all of that. But if that's how I felt for the day, I might put meh, put some washi, put a sticker, and I'm not even going to date it because I don't even want to remember that date because I'm very good with compartmentalizing and remembering dates. And I don't like to put an anniversary on a bad situation if I don't have to, if that makes any sense. Yes, write about what you observe. So even if you're with your family, a lot of us avoid writing about our interactions with our family time. Like if you have family reunions, if you and the family had a cookout, most people will not write about that experience. And I don't know why we shy away from those experiences. But if you're very descriptive in them, like it leaves a lasting, like you'll start laughing about stuff. You're like, dang, I forgot that even happened. So I would definitely encourage you all, write about good moments, fun moments, happy moments, things that make you smile. That's why we have the smile prompt. You already know. Tramika. So definitely, it really is. So I really want y'all to like learn how to write differently and be okay. Like be okay with the happy journal entry. Sometimes we don't feel like we have permission to be happy. We've been taught so much that you just got to be strong. Like, and strong is literally breaking us in half. If you ever think about protein, and I'm a hairstylist, okay? If you put too much protein on your hair, and protein, it strengthens and it builds. But if you leave protein on your hair, and let's say you went out in the sun all day, if you took that hair strand and you bent it, it would pop in half. So imagine how as women, we want to be so strong and hold it together. And then you wonder why you crack under pressure or why you crack after a while, because you've done so much to hold up this image and you haven't allowed yourself to enjoy the other moments in life because you got this face, this mask on for the world. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about not dating the bad stuff. So I used to date everything in my journal, and I'm going to show y'all what I do in my journals now. If you've been rocking with me for a while, most of you all have learned that I do hello pages, okay, for the month. So the next month coming up is September, so there will be a hello September page. All right, so I'm going to flip through some journals, but I have to do it off screen and then come back on screen because I'm telling y'all will never know what comes out of my journals, okay? All right, so for example, this was December of 2018, and I just created a divider, and it serves as my divider. So anything behind this is going to be December. Oh, that's actually a good idea, Lena. I've done both. And it just depends on where I am in my life at that time. Because the only issue with me is I would fill that journal up faster than I would fill up any other journal. And so I didn't want to get so used to being able to pick that up. Bridget, you know I got to go off screen. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so And then this was like September. This was a journal entry for my son's birthday. So it was a happy moment, right? So just find those happy moments, okay? All right, so let me show you how I started this, and then I'm going to show you some other journals, okay? So this is my current journal right now, and so this is what this current journal looks like when it opens. I really need to glue this down. And speaking of glue, let's talk about glue. I brought 2 glue sticks on purpose, okay? I usually use tape runner. I have to run out and get me some tape runner tomorrow. And I'll actually post that in the group so you can see what glue tape is. It's going to be like your best friend when you're doing creative journals. However, I do like glue sticks. Now, with that being said, y'all, listen. With that being said, this glue from school, Elmer's washable school glue, throw it in the trash in regards to journaling, crafting in your journal. It don't even work for the kids at school, okay? I don't even buy my child that. I buy him the craft glue sticks. Now, this Scotch Create, y'all, this is like one of the bomb glue sticks you can ever use. And this is called Scotch Create. I do have I have an Amazon store, and yes, I get a small little affiliate, some pennies from it. So I will do the store so y'all can see some of my favorite journal things. You're not obligated to buy, so if you want to leave out of that link and go find it on your own, by all means. But I do have to tell you that I do get a small commission off of it, or they will flag me on this channel. So I want to be a little honest there, okay? But yeah, this is Scotch Create glue sticks, permanent. Joy, I'm not playing with you in my tape. Y'all, Joy is talking about me because back in the day I was still creative, but I had to tape in my stuff because the glue sticks weren't no good, and I couldn't use the regular Elmer's glue because then it was gonna be too messy. So I taped it in with my Scotch tape. Oh yeah, so again, y'all, don't be around here using no Elmer's glue talking about you told me to glue it in and it didn't stay, and I'm gonna be like, okay, go roll that footage. All right, y'all, let me glue this picture down. So if y'all notice, I use washi tape a lot. I know there are some people who despise washi tape, okay? So it's cool. You don't have to use it. That just ain't for you. All right, so this is the front of my journal. Yes, double-sided tape is the bomb too. Double-sided tape is the bomb. So double-sided tape, tape runner, glue dots, real glue sticks. Those are going to work really, really well. And washi tape. Okay, hold on. Let's come off the screen. Y'all. Let me see. Okay, I can show y'all this. So let me show y'all what this is, right? This is a plain journal. And so I purposely stayed in this journal. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I am a dot grid girl, like a diehard dot grid girl or a grid journal chick. However, I know the average person is going to use lines and they're going to feel like they can't be creative in a line journal, and that's so far from the truth. So I wanted to be able to show you all that on screen, but I am going to be honest, my stylogy is on its way here. So I'm going to be journaling in that too, but I did want to show you how to use this. I need to invest in stock with the glue tape runner too, but I do buy mine in bulk. So if it's like 5 or more in a set, I buy those. I don't buy them by themselves. But so again, if you have a line journal, don't feel bad like, oh, I got to go buy this journal. Here's going to be my number 1 tip with journals. If you're not writing consistently, I wouldn't recommend going to buy a $20 journal. By all means, do what you want with your money, do what you must. But if you're going to invest in it, invest in yourself to write in it, okay? And I'm going to show you all, I filled up 2 already this year, dot grid journals. Yes, washi is so versatile. So Leah, I ended up getting the A6 stylogy. I kept going back and forth. But y'all, plain pages, you can do so much with them, all right? So I took some remember when I mentioned earlier, you can take scrapbooking paper, all of those. Like, we have paper around the house left and right. If y'all have subscription boxes, use your boxes, use that paper in your journals. Your journal will be so, like, you will love coming back to it because it unfolds and it's fun. Now, if you want to write black and white all day long, that's cool, y'all. Whatever you want your journal to look like is fine. But if you are like, I want my journal to be creative, start using different things around the house. I use sticker dolls, craft paper, pen, highlighters. That's all this. So this replay will be available for the 7 days, y'all. After the 7 days, I think I'm going to leave it up 1 day after that, and then it's a wrap. Yeah, and we'll talk about what'll be the next step if you want to go and you still want to rock with me and you like, okay, girl, I need to stay for a while. Then I'll tell you what we'll do next. All right. So thank y'all for answering the questions if I don't catch it. Thank you so much. Okay, mommy. Y'all, so I'm going to call certain people mommy. If y'all hear me call them mommy, that's because I know them. So, mommy, this is washi tape. And so the tape can, I was about to say, look, see, Leah just leaving you in the dark. That's all right. But it's kind of like transparent, and you can move it off of the paper so it doesn't stick and get stuck on the paper. And it just adds a decor element to your journal. But yeah, y'all, I just do this for my pages. And this is August. Remember how I said I separate my months? So everything behind this is going to be for August. Oh, cool, Keisha. Yeah, so definitely it'll still be up. All right, y'all, and so this is just a little doodle thing that I did. And let's go ahead and talk about doodle since I said that. Some of y'all are going to fight me on doodling, and some of y'all I know personally. When I mention doodle, have fun. I don't care if you have to draw a stick figure. I don't care if you have to cut the shape. If you print it and cut and draw around it, I just want you to try something different that's outside of your norm. Just outside of your norm. And so here's the thing. Sometimes you have to get uncomfortable to get a little bit comfortable. So let's just think if you're like, yeah, my journal always reads the same. I want to do something different. So when you're presented with trying something new, try it. I'm not saying this is going to be a part of your journal lifestyle. But in these 7 days, y'all, just let's revert back to kindergarten. Y'all about to make me sound like Iyanla. Go to your 7-year-old self, beloved, and dig deep. Just dig deep, okay? If you got to pull out some crayons, if you have to pull out some color pencils, whatever you must do. And stencils are amazing, Lena. I have a lot of them. Stencils. See, y'all journal sisters are helping y'all. They helping y'all. That's it. But this is what I did sometimes, y'all. Like, and this was it. This was a journal entry, right? You don't see a long page full of a whole lot of words. There's another thing that I do that's like a scribble doodle thing, and then I'll just write words in it. I have it too. I have it, Tramika. I have one. I actually took it from my mom's house. Oh, what is that thing called? I can't think of it. And you put the little pen down and it draws and it rotates. I can't think of the name of it. And then this was another journal entry that I did, y'all. Really simple. Let me not say simple. That's not nice to say that. It was simple for me. So what I did was I took some scrapbooking paper. Let me show y'all what I took. Let's see. Where's that book? All right. So this is what you typically will call a junk journal page. And it's not as junky as it can be. Junk journal pages are different art mediums, and usually they're stacked. It's a lot of stuff stacked on each other. So what this is, y'all, is paper out of this book. Oh yeah, I love coloring too. We'll talk about how you can learn how you can journal inside of a coloring book. So I just found a map. This is not the right map, but let's just say I took this map and I just cut a and I added it on the edge, and that just created a background. I took a little washi. I'm telling y'all, washi your friend. Washi make you feel like your journal pages are doing a whole lot. A little bit of a highlighter. I did some faux lettering, And then I just wrote a small entry, put a sticker doll from Gold Mine and Cocoa, and boom, this is a journal entry. So for all of y'all that buy sticker dolls, little stickers, icons, you can journal with stickers and icons. I'm actually going to show y'all a journal entry inside of the Facebook group of how you can actually write, put a little sticker in, and just create a creative page where you're shopping your stash and using your stuff up. Okay, so that's that. So this, like I said, is my current journal, but I do have another one on its way that I will be using. But I'm going to also show you, and I know this is a lot, okay? So I know everybody's like, oh my God, this is a whole lot. This is a whole lot. There are 37 of y'all on here, and there are 37 different personalities. So there may be a journal for everybody that's different. So I want to make sure that I'm covering and showing you different types of journals so that you realize you don't have to use the same thing. Awesome. I'm glad you're getting excited. Okay. So I love TNs, y'all. I love TNs. I don't love TNs to plan per se. I love TNs for journal moments. So I just mentioned that I have a Stalogy coming, y'all, and all that is it's a notebook with thin paper, and you can plan or journal in it. All right, so this right here, this is an A6. This is a personal size. Pause for the pause. And then this is a B6. And my pocket is somewhere in the car. My pocket is in the car. Every last one of these house journal moments in here. So if you are a TN lover and you have 8,000 covers, you can actually use one of your covers for journal moments. So if you rock with TNs heavy, this may be the journal approach that you want to take. Okay. So for my TNs, and if you don't know what a TN is, called a traveler's notebook. And what a traveler's notebook is basically a cover, and it has strings on the inside, and you slide booklets in between them. All right, so you slide booklets in between them. So this is an A6. So this is actually what I'll be putting the Stalogy in, and I'm going to pull some of this stuff out of here. I was playing around with this size. Oh, that's glitter. I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? That's the stuff from this page. She don't like it. Okay, I can get it off. So this is acetate paper. This is like a clear paper that typically has shapes or some words on it. And so what I like about traveler's notebooks, for people that are like creative and you want to kind of, when it's creative, I like being able to add different types of paper, different type of die cuts, all of those extra things that we have. And you're going to hear me correlate planners to journals because I have quite a few of y'all in here. And I just kind of want to show you how you can use the same stuff that you're using to plan and use a journal. So I just put in different booklets, those pockets that y'all run to, the dollar store pockets from Target. And then I was trying to use a calendar in here, and y'all see how that worked out. And then in here, this is a Glad journal by Lights Planner Action. And I didn't stay consistent with it because we're in 2018, but I actually like the layout. I just stopped, y'all. Like, I got into my dot grid journal and I was rocking heavy with it. But this is a book where you write about your gratitude, accomplishments, what you learned, and the delight. So that's one. And then in here was journal entries, some little journal entries. And then I would just make little stuff on my computer and print it out and put it in here. And then I would actually do a journal entry and write. And then I stopped in here. And then this part in the back was for memory keeping or memory planning. And I don't really do that much. You said, what journals do I take with me? If I take a journal, it's typically going to be my pocket, and it's actually, that's where it is. I'm like, where's my pocket? It's in the car. So it's a pocket TN. Now that actually has a calendar in case I just need to look at the date, but it's typically going to be a pocket TN. And let's just say let's say you're out and you're like, oh, I need to write that, but you don't necessarily want to journal. You can actually do a journal brain dump. And all you're doing is like writing a list, and you're doing small little moments. Like you might put red car. Something about the red car may jog your memory, like, oh, the red car was nice. I really, really love it. And then it'll be like, oh, okay, let me write about that. So you'll just write. Or if you went to a restaurant and the burger was amazing, you might put burger. And then when you get home, you can actually do your journal entries. Now, this was the very first TN. I bought this off of one of the buy sell trades. L is not even my initial, but I was like, let me see what a TN is about. Do I really like it? And so this is the personal size. It's okay, but I'm not really a personal girl. But this has some nice little inserts. Little covers and stuff in here, and the plastic covers. So you never know. I may come back to it. You just never know. But I set this up a while ago. Put some little die cuts in here, some scrapbooking paper. And then I actually, I think we were doing a journal challenge somewhere in the group. I don't know. Because it said, yeah, this was a journal challenge. And then again, a lot of it is just what's going to make you want to come back to your journal. And for me, TNs actually do that for me. And so do the dot grid journals. And so this is a blank notebook that I didn't use. But I could do this could be a whole journal book. And then I created this journal out of cardstock. This book right here, literally out of cardstock that you buy. So this was June of 2018. And this was actually journal prompts that I had released in the group. And so these were journal entries. I feel like, yeah, it must be something that y'all can't see because that's put together. And then this is like, if you don't want somebody to, you feel like somebody's going to see your journal. You can always do a card stock on top and flip it up and write a journal entry under there. I didn't do that, but I'm just giving you an idea. You can do that. Yeah, every now and then you just have to pull the TN out if you have one. Now, disclaimer, if you do not have a TN, this is not an invitation for you to go look for a TN that you very well may not use. TNs do take work to set up. So I just wouldn't recommend trying to go out and get one right now. Yes, reminders and bullet journals are super cool. Like, y'all, I was low-key bullet journaling when I was younger. I don't think I brought that particular journal down here. Yeah, like if you're printing the pages, it can be a beast. I have wasted some really good 32-pound paper. Ooh, yeah. But they do have companies where you can just straight buy them out. But yeah, when you mess up that paper, and when I say messed up some paper, y'all, I done messed up some paper. And if you're into 32-pound paper, 32-pound paper ain't cheap. All right, so this is actually a junk journal page. This is cardstock. This is a journal card. So I actually could have wrote on the back of this. This is stamps, dried flowers, a dolly sheet, a clip. And so this is kind of what junk journaling is. So you don't see a long journal entry on here. I pretty much did Monday motivation. Until you spread your wings, you have no idea how far you'll fly. That's that. Okay. So that's what a junk journal page looks like. And then that's the end. So that was the personal size. This was the A6. And then this is the B6. Do I have journal moments in here? Hold on, y'all. I don't even know if I have them in here. I don't think I have any in here because I feel like I started taking stuff out of here. Yeah, I did. I started taking stuff out of this one because I was going to set it back up. But, life happened. All right. Come on, 32-pound paper. All right, so let me talk to Marine Girls. Where's Marine Girls? I know I got a couple of y'all on here. I also journal in ring planners. So if y'all are catching the wave, if you're catching the wave, you can journal in whatever you want to journal. So you're not restricted to just a journal that you buy out of the store. You're not restricted to you writing what you want to write in. Whatever is going to get the job done. All right, so this was gifted to me by man, I'm looking at her name, y'all. Like, she journals amazingly too. Oh man, she's on Instagram. She was so talking about me because I just drew a whole blank. LaQuisha. I'm like, why can't I remember? So she gifted this, and this is a pocket, y'all. So a pocket is very small. It's small. It's real small. This is the A6, which is small. So look at the size of it. And so when y'all asked me what size, what did I take on the go with me? This is the pocket size. This is the small journal. But this is not the one. Confident Canvas girl. Like, she was so talking about me. She was so talking about me. All right, y'all. So this is a pocket rings. And I also have a pocket strings. Well, I have like 3 pocket string covers. So this was journal prompts that we did. Let's see when we did these in September. And I actually did, I had fun with this size. I love it, actually. You just do what you're gonna do. Stickers, planner stickers. See how it works? Planner stickers. All right, so paper. This was actually a bag from y'all, me and these blanks today. Erica, the jewel box. This was a bag. This was just a card that I had. And so again, I had fun in here. Right. So a pocket is less than exactly, Ellie. Exactly. Hey, Lauren. Exactly. It's less intimidating, and you can keep the journal entry small, and then as you grow, of course, you can expand the size. But yeah, I had fun with this one. So that was October. This was another doodle moment. I'm telling y'all, like, if you have ever followed my journal prompts, you're gonna doodle somewhere along the way. So that was that. We doodled a little bit. I layered some things right here. Some more doodling. I think this was a whole doodle session. I'm almost certain the way this is looking. Yeah, it was, y'all. And then that's a little piece of vellum. And again, this is a pocket size. Some stickers. And I cut a lot of this down to size. This was when it was starting to get a little too chunky and full in here. That's what's going on right there. I don't think I did that size right. And then this was a piece of craft paper. And then I just took some decor scissors, which these are decor scissors. Some of y'all may have these laying around the house and you've never used them. That is to cut on cardstock, thicker paper, and it gives you that little look around the edge. But yeah, so this one was fun, y'all. I like this size. It was cool. But again, if you can't write this small, I would not recommend. Don't even try it. Because then you're going to be somewhere talking about, you had me buying. I ain't had you buy nothing. All right, so this is a personal size. Again, personal size is not my jam, but this cover was so pretty and I had to have it. And so this was a journal for, let's see, what month were we in? Who knows? And I love black paper. This was in 2018. I love black paper. I have a blackout journal. I'll show y'all that in a second. Yeah, you just look, you got to know where your handwriting is. So if y'all write big, don't even play yourself. This is, I believe it's an Agenda 52. I think it is. So yeah, y'all, like literally, you see, sometimes you can write big. I could use it as a personal wide. I never thought about a personal wide, like personal wide paper. See, that would work better because this little baby stuff going on right here. Okay, so y'all will notice I actually used a piece of Now Later paper. and I put it inside of a journal entry. And what was this journal entry? What candy best describes you? And so that was a journal entry. And now later, see, I'm country, y'all. I didn't put the and in there. Did y'all hear that? Now later. Now and later. Whoever says that. Now later. And then I put that in there, a little washi. And then that was your journal prompt. It wasn't super long. It wasn't drawn out. It was just what it was. All right. So this was another journal entry. You see, it wasn't long. And common mistakes women make. I need help. And then I put right there, shh, don't admit it. That's what we typically do. I need a therapist. A lot of people will say, just pray. That's all you need. I'm all about therapy. With that being said, I forgot to put my disclaimer out there. I am not a therapist. I'm not a life coach. I'm just someone who loves to journal, and I'm showing you some of the things that I've learned along the way from my experiences. If you need a therapist or a life coach, I highly recommend and suggest that you consult it. Please don't take any of my advice without consulting someone else. Disclaimer. Okay. Needed that. All right. This was a social media journal prompt. Yeah, this was a social media journal prompt. Oh, Kimberly, you put the and in there. So another disclaimer, as we talk more, if you hear me do a video, you may hear some words that don't exist, okay? You may say, did she say? And I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I did. I did. I'm from Georgia, Metro Atlanta, the east side to be exact. If you ever heard of Decatur and Lithonia, then you might understand why I sound like I do. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's see. Let me show you the blackout. So this is the blackout journal. My blackout journal, I don't use it I don't really use sad moments in the blackout journal. I like how vibrant it is. It's already dark, so I like the stuff to be vibrant, popping off the pages. I'll do stuff like how to motivate myself, right? So facing my fears, I don't make enough, just figuring out how to stop mental replay. So this was one of them. Again, I love my hello pages. Now, this one is not I'm not consistent in this. So you may be like, girl, you got 400 journals. How do you keep up with them? All my journals are not consistency journals. I have the brown one. It's something that I'm going to write in the most. The black is when it leads me to write in it, then I'll write in it. That's what happens in there. Some of the entries are complete. Some of them are not. This was one of my favorite ones, and I didn't finish the prompt, okay? So I can always go back and finish it. So sometimes I do set up pages. And you said what at the bottom of the screen? But these, y'all, sticker books, Happy Planner sticker books, Planner L sticker books, everybody sticker books, stickers can go in your journals. Yeah. So this one is one of my favorites. Note to self: in order to heal, I must be willing to feel. Oh yes, I'll update. I'll definitely put my disclaimer at the bottom. I'll update it in the note section. Thank y'all. Sure will. Keep me on my Q's and P's. A little scrapbook and paper. And then remember to write the great, the good, and the not so good. I will never tell you to do something that I have not done or tried, okay? Or let me take that back. I'll never recommend or suggest something that I have not tried. Let me say it like that again. I'll never recommend or suggest something that I have not tried. All right. So as I'm still talking to you, go ahead and open up your journal page. And that's going to be your first assignment, because I know I gave you a lot to take in, and I'm still going to talk to you and show you whoever can actually multitask, and I'll show stuff, and you can always come back and look at the video. You're going to remember to write the great, the good, and the not so good. And what does that mean? That means that you're opening yourself to actually being present in all areas of your life and not just the not so good moments. So if you got that raise at work, you're going to talk about the raise. I had somebody in the group mention one of their situations and that they're overloaded and they're overwhelmed, and we have a lot of similarities. And what I'll say to that is, if things financially are not going for you the right way, every day write one thing that did go good. Because what happens is we focus on everything that's not going in the manner, and we miss those small moments and those small wins. So I'll always talk about those small wins. Find a small win each day. You will always have a win. I don't care how small it is. You'll always have a win. With that being said, you'll always have a journal entry. So a lot of people will say, I don't have nothing to write about. You got something to write about. Everybody has something to write about. If you watched the TV show and it made you laugh until you cried, what was so funny about it, and how did that make you feel? Like, if you haven't laughed that hard in a long time, that's a journal entry. All right, so that's that. This is the Hello June. And what I typically do, y'all, but I didn't do it in here. I typically, if I start a new journal, I'm going to write a letter to myself, and I'm going to write what I want in that journal, what I would like to see differently in that journal that I did not see in the last journal. Your journal is a reflective tool. It shows you what happened in your life if you use it correctly. Now, remember, if you're only writing the not so good moments, you've trained your mind to believe that that's all that's going on in your life. If you adopt some of the things that I'm talking about, by the end of this year, you should be able to see a lot of things that actually happened in your life, some things that you need to let go. And that's going to be what we talk about called the weekly recaps. And there can also be daily recaps. And all of those help you to assess how you are progressing or declining in life. Okay, so that's that. And again, a lot of times somebody asked me about the one word. There you go. Awake. And then I created a journal prompt. If I ever want to go back and write on it, fine. If not, such is life. So, yeah. Y'all might have seen this posted on IG. And these are affirmations. For the past 2 weeks, I have been meditating and literally saying affirmations because I found myself slipping into a hole of finding everything wrong. Remember, I told y'all I'll never suggest anything that I haven't done myself. And once I found out that everything that I was doing was focusing on everything going wrong, I was like, pump your brakes. What can we do different? And so I started doing affirmations. Hey, Jennifer. I started doing affirmations. And when I say affirmations, I mean affirmations and having tears through affirmations. I mean, you say them, you got to say them aloud, say them to yourself. And sometimes you might not feel like it's true, but I had to program myself to literally say, I'm worth it, I deserve it, I am capable of. If we want to do a transparency moment, this journal session, this journal boot camp was built based off of meditation and affirmations. If you would have told me I was going to try to do this 2 weeks ago, I would not have done it. With that being said, I have a manifestation journal. Started that recently. And with the manifestation, and you can keep it in a regular journal if you choose to. Some people will refer to some as a manifestation journal. Some people have journals, whatever you want to call it. And I have both, actually. So I speak things into existence. Sometimes do they happen right then and there? No. But I am going to be transparent and show y'all this one. This one. This was written on Wednesday. It wasn't cute. There was no washi. There was no super neat handwriting, and it says Wednesday, 8/21/19. I will receive a $500 deposit to cover my insurance and card note. It will come through PayPal and Wells Fargo. No more days of financial worry or struggle. I am worth financial health and increase. And I don't always tell people everything that's going on, but I will say this. I'm at $300 for this camp. I got hired to do a job for $200, and then I had 4 other things that came in. So if you do not believe into speaking life into your situations, and I know I'm speaking to one person in particular, it may seem like things are not working out. Write it until it works out. Write it plain, write it clear, say what you want, speak on it, and it will occur. I promise you. And that's coming from personal experience. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this. On Monday, my account said $1.67. No lie. Okay? So if you think that you can't turn stuff around within, 5 days? I promise you, you can turn it around. So that's that. Yeah, y'all. So this is my manifestation journal. It's red. And so with that being said, let me go ahead and put another disclaimer. Y'all, we disclaimering it all up tonight, okay? So you may see that my nails look a little janky. And if you've been watching my page for a while, y'all know I typically keep my nails done. Y'all, I literally polish my nails unpolished, unpolished. And I took my acrylic off. And I literally was having a hyperventilation moment because I was like, oh my God, my nails are not done. I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm like, oh, they're just so horrible, whatever. But you know what? I said, you have to be where you are. And I will actually be, getting my nails done this week. But I was like, I need to get back to just doing my natural nails and all of that stuff. So when I tell y'all, you never know what a person is going through, even when they're motivating you, you just never know, okay? So for whoever this message was intended for, keep going. Look up affirmations. Say what you want. Write it plain. Say the amount. I know it may be like I need $2,000 by tomorrow. Now you might not get it tomorrow, but you may. So say what you need. Say what you need it for. How you feel like it's going to come in. Who's going to connect you. You just never know how it's going to work, okay? No, I didn't, Tramika. I didn't say tissue. No. Hey, Tarshell. But yeah, y'all. So again, journal moments are about everything. So the average person wouldn't even journal what I just said, right? You would have the breakthrough and you would eliminate writing about the breakthrough. And a lot of times we repeat stuff because we don't even show gratitude when things are happening, okay? And again, I am speaking from personal experience. So that was the blackout journal. This was the manifestation journal. And as Tarshell hopped on, Tarshell is the reason I have a manifestation journal. Tarshell is one of the reasons that we're on this live, okay? Oh, the quote about lying to your journal. If you lie to your pages, you'll lie to yourself and anybody else, okay? So if you can't be honest with your pages, you won't be able to be honest with anybody else. Love you too, Tarshell. And y'all, Tarshell actually sent me this one. Tarshell actually sent me 2. I didn't even show y'all that one. So again, this is a manifestation journal. My black journal, it just kind of makes me happy. I just like the black. Okay, so let's see. I know we're going over a little bit, but I kind of just wanted to show y'all. I want y'all to see you can journal anywhere. Another place. That Hobonichi craze that everybody had going on. You too. You and you and you. Those blank pages that are in the back that you're doing absolutely nothing with. If you are new to journal moments, this may be an area you want to try out. Journal moments. Quotes. Every Monday, I do a Monday motivational quote. Find you a quote that is going to motivate you through the week and write your heart out. Write the quote and write what it means to you, or write the quote only. And that's a journal moment. And so, again, you can do all of the creative stuff in here. And I just, I was actually writing some stuff on the back of that. I actually planned In the back, sometimes if I need to take note, this is this week, so I'll actually fill this in tonight. Yeah, so if you love quotes, y'all, quotes are amazing in your journal. So let's just say you wanted to write a quote and then come back later and write what it makes you feel, then that's a journal entry. So a journal entry doesn't always have to be about you, if that makes any sense. It doesn't always have to be about you. It could just be, y'all saw how I put the song? That's your, is that Friday's journal entry, the song? The lyrics. Oh, did you see, girl, you know I got, where did I have her? Yeah, she's one of my faves too. She was on here somewhere, girl. Okay, so that was the Hobonichi. If you have the half sheets by Happy Planner, you can journal in that. Anything that you have laying around the house, y'all, you can journal in. All right, so let me show you how I set up for this week. And then we're going to talk about these prompts. And then I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And I hope y'all enjoyed it and you've learned something. All right. So this is my setup so far for this week. So the journal prompts I printed out on a 6.5 by 4.5 sheet of paper. Now, realistically, y'all, I can't read all of that. So if you know you need it to be printed bigger, print them out so you can see them. Do you do the whole week at one time or daily? Sorry if y'all hear an alarm in the background, y'all. No. It just depends. If I feel like some people are going to journal ahead for sure. Some people are just going to be like, I'm about to finish 2 or 3 journal prompts. That's fine. You can do it daily, whenever you feel like it. You don't really even have to do them in order. I would like you to, but you don't necessarily have to do. Oh, the page setups. It depends. Some of them are daily. Some of them are ahead of time. Sometimes I do page setups as a stress relief. So it's more of the art side of it. I'm not necessarily writing a journal entry in it at that moment. I just want to play in paper at the time. So yeah, if you're just feeling creative, you can actually set a page up and you can go back to it. And remember, that's where the divider comes in. Like, hello, August. I might not write on it right then and there, but I can always go back and write something within that month. So that is that. So this is going to be where we write journal the great, the good, and the not so good. Let's do that. Journal. All right. So, and I'm keeping it pretty simple. So somewhere you should have written journal the great. And we definitely about to get off of here, y'all, because my battery was like, what's up, girl? I've done all that I'm about to do. Journal the great. The good. And then I'm going to write in the not so good smaller because I don't want the not so good to be my focus, right? Yep, that phone said, girl, we done. And then I'll actually go in and add some other stuff with this, y'all. Just for creativity, not because it's required. And then what I'll do is I will upload it in the group. And you'll see it there. So hopefully y'all are in the Facebook group. Feel free to post. If you want to post your journal page, that's fine. The only thing that I ask you not to do is if it's super, super personal, please, please, please don't. If I feel like it's team too much, I will delete it. It's nothing against you. It's just I want to make sure that the flow of the page is where we need it to be, y'all. And then again, if you got some little stickers or something like that, you can flip through these books that you have bought in abundance. And then you just slap some stickers down here and there. Definitely not required, but typically a lot of people will come back to journal pages if it's interesting to them. And it's honestly kind of the same. Like, a lot of us will spend hours on hours on hours on hours in a planner. Not that we're really planning anything major, but a lot of times it becomes a coping mechanism for people. So I would encourage to allow your journal to be a place that you can retreat to and go from there, okay? So this is my setup. And like I said, I'll probably have some extra stuff on here, and then I'll photograph it and post it in the group. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's live. You took your notes. The video will remain. Please don't share the link with anybody else that did not invest in this 7-day week. If you know somebody that you think is interested, they still can purchase. I mean, they're just gonna have to go and do the link. It's not like I'm gonna redo a video or anything, okay? So y'all have an amazing night. Before you close out the night, think about how you will approach Monday. Remember to take your photo in the morning, your photo at night. If you are a Monday complainer, try something new. Monday didn't do it to you. Your attitude did. And if you change it, so will your outlook on Monday, all right? So y'all have a great night. You can write your notes wherever. Yeah, you can write your notes wherever, Shanti. However and wherever. So like, for example, how I did this. If you wanted to, the notes could go on the back, or it can go in this little secret compartment right here. No, Monday Motivation Live is only for my Patreons, but we'll talk about that at the end of the week. Okay, everything else will pretty much be in the group, which will be more posting. You might get a small snippet of a video, but the next lengthy live will be on Saturday, so y'all can mark your calendars. It'll be Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, good night.